I love it. There he is.
Let it rain.
Kevin Weeks.
Let it rain.
At work, in the cage, net worth. Let me remind you at home, this is a Van Halen segment. Right now. That's what these rankings are about. It's right now. It's not about Ken Dryden in 71. It's about right now. So, Weeksy, you've got 10 guys. Let's start with your 6 through 10 and highlight one of them.
All right, I'm going to highlight. You see the 6 through 10. First person I'm going to highlight, no B-roll yet, Sanford, is Andre Vasilevsky. Here's why. He's the standard, okay? He's the standard. We just talked about it, Tone. Only one victory shy of 250 for his career, which would be the second fastest to anybody else not named Ken Dryden.
Wow.
Okay, and now we know also, and he's won the Vezina. He's one of the best in the business. Igor Shesterkin, the reigning Vezina trophy. But let's go here in Jersey. Vitek Vanacek in the middle of the screen. Let's go to him. This guy is really, really flourishing here. It's his net. Whether the Devils want to declare it or not, it's his net, Tone. This is his net. He's been really solid and at times spectacular for Lindy Ruff in this group. He's made a lot of big saves. He has to go head-to-head with a lot of elite goalies. He stares them down at the other end. And I like the fact that as a young goaltender, he's taken his game to the level that he has so far this year. He's been excellent for the New Jersey Devils in their very, very successful season at this point.
What about the comeback of Martin Jones?
Unbelievable.
The resurgence.
Unbelievable. The resurgence of Martin Jones. Some people are going to say, well, Weeksy, why is he in there? Latest Sabres said, because he's 21-6. He's won 21 games, if I'm not mistaken, in and around there. It's been a huge resurgence for Martin Jones. I love the way he's played. He's really helped stabilize that group. We know Philip Grubauer will regain his form at some point, too. So I like what they're doing out in Seattle. They've exceeded all expectations so far this year.
Let's jump into the top 5. Wee but mighty. Number 5, Weeksy.
Number 5, let's go to Smashville. You think I have this goalie stick here? I can play it like a guitar like they do down there in Nashville. Never mind. UC Charles has been plucking them strings down there. Awesome. Side to side. Incredible lateral mobility. I love the fact that he's a beacon for what's now considered to be undersized goalies.
Yep.
No drop-off in transition from the great Pekka Rinne to him. He's been everything down there in Music City.
Remarkable. Especially what you said about being a beacon. Just extraordinary, considering who he followed, too, Pekka Rinne, who was so big, both literally and figuratively. To number 4, a guy that's been so vital to his team at number 4 on the island.
Yeah, exactly. Jericho Turnpike. New York Islanders, I hear you fans. What about our guy? Hey, he's been great. Sorokin's been money for them. He's at number 4. He's the reason that they're in this playoff hunt right now. And I'm not discrediting anybody because I play for the great Lou Lamoriello, who's the architect of that team. But Ilya Sorokin has been absolutely sizzling in the net. He's had so many big-time performances. The one that stands out to me was the one against the Edmonton Oilers where he stoned both McDavid and Draisaitl repeatedly in that game. He is so smooth going from side to side, post to post. You look at his numbers so far this year, he's emerged to be one of the best goalies in the world. So I love what I've seen from Sorokin out on Long Island right now.
That was the Kate Winslet save. And we move to number 3.
Oof.
How about at number 3, the guy that you have selected? Because as an American, I remember back to the playoffs where he made 114 saves in Game 7.
Jake Ottinger, Lone Star State, out there in Texas, deep in the heart of Texas. I love what he's done. My man Jeff Reese has done a great job with him as a goalie coach in Dallas. He is one of the best young players, forget goalies, players in the league. Inspires confidence in his teammates. Big stud in the net, smooth, fluid, handles the puck, competes, and by all accounts from everybody I've spoken to in Dallas, they say as great as a goalie as he is, he's an even better young man. And that is the ultimate compliment. I love watching him play. I'm telling you right now, this is a golden age for American-born goaltenders, and he is right at the heart of it at this very moment.
I swooned. He said golden age.
It's true.
I've got a tear in my eye, but we have to move on. At number 2, Weeksy, a bold call, but understandable.
Hey, I just told you, American-born goaltenders on the rise. Connor Hellebuck, from Commerce, Michigan. As my man Trip Tracy says, pure Michigander, Shady. Well, yeah, Hellebuck is a pure Michigander, and he has been awesome up in Winnipeg.
Yes.
Yes, Rick Bowness has done an amazing job. Yes, Norrisy is in the North Trophy conversation.
Yes.
Yes, Mark Scheifele looks like himself. And yes, they've been able to heal the fractures in the dressing room. None of that is possible. And Kyle Connor, his fellow Michigander, has been great once again. But none of that tone is possible without the brilliance of Connor Hellebuck.
Amen.
He's been absolutely special up in Winnipeg so far this year.
And we remember Vezina, 44 wins,
Absolutely.
most ever by a U.S.-born goalie.
Yep.
If we're talking about wins, the opposite of the losses, Boston, right? Extraordinary what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers in net. Go to number one, please.
They go to number one, and I'm going to go to number one. It's Linus Ullmark, and as I've been calling him here, I call him All with an A, Mark, because he's making saves like that. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
In the shadows of the great Tuukka Rask, who joined us on the show yesterday, franchise best, you now have Linus Ullmark and Swayman. And Ullmark, right from the outset, I've been saying, this guy looks like money. This guy looks like money in the crease there in Boston. And I'm telling you, his glove hand to this point, anybody can tell me what they want. To this point.
Are you serious?
Look at these numbers right now. His glove right now is a vacuum cleaner. So if I was his agent, Joakim Persson back in Sweden, get on the phone, talk to some of these vacuum cleaner companies and try to get an endorsement deal. Because everything that,
yes,
it's been unbelievable. He's been
Now,
great for them.
Having said all that,
Yeah.
I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Here are your top 10.
Okay.
You got one game to win. Who are you putting between the pipes?
One game to win, just like the show. One life to live?
Yes.
If there's one life to live and one game to win, I'm going down to Tampa to Channelside, Amalie Arena.
Yes.
My man, Andre Vasilevsky, and their goalie coach, Franz Jean, who has not only had a big hand in selecting this prodigy in the draft, but developing him into all-world status. This is a future Hall of Fame lock. When it's all said and done, he'll be one of the 3 goalies in the 500-plus win club. Ooh. And he's already almost halfway there right now at career win 249. The big cat is big time in the crease. I love watching him play. He's the standard. We have all those other greats that are coming and that are here, but he is the standard right now as he's on his way to very much in the middle of a Hall of Fame career.
I'll never forget when he won the Conn Smythe and quickly, immediately was pointing at the boys.
Hey, listen, you can't do it by yourself. Any good individualized position player knows that. You see the quarterbacks, it's football playoffs right now. The smart quarterbacks know it. The smart goalies know it. You don't do it alone. You do it with the collective strength of everybody in and around you and everybody in front of you.
And what he did when he came on in relief back in 2015, he's 20,
At 20 years old.
And he said to you, no big deal.
Yeah, exactly. That's when I knew he was wired differently. I'd heard it from people down there in Tampa, but that's when I knew he was wired differently. And that's played out from that 2015 Cup till now.
I'll never forget those stories from you.